Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play Skies of Arcadia Revisited. I'm Nye, and we are on Tanko Island, or Exile Island, about to head down and take the battle to the Armada. Should be a lot of fun, and it will be the, what, 4th or 5th time we've actually fought the Armada? We win every single time, so I don't know why we would lose this time. So it's time to go. Daigo comments that we should not fight in this ship, which has no weapons, and is kind of more like a lighthouse on an engine. We should ride with him on his ship, which looks a lot better. We must take back Yafutoma, and here comes the fleet. And he actually has quite a fleet, to be honest. I see at least 6 ships, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wow, there's a lot of ships involved here. So we might not be able to outpower the Armada, but hopefully, because we have the height advantage, we should be able to beat them quite easily. Apparently, the Armada and the Yafutoma fleet are patrolling Kazai Lake. Our ship is also patrolling with the Armada, which means they took it over. Now it's personal. Exactly. If we can get our ship back, we can win this battle, and if we can't, we're boned. The tanker will attack the Armada from the front and keep them distracted. While they're keeping the Armada busy, we need to get the Delphinus back. Without the Delphinus, we don't stand a ghost of a chance. Sounds like a plan. So we got a good, what, 11 ships, 12 ships? I mean, 14 if you could include Daigo's ship, but you don't expect him to get involved in the battle, do you? And the Armada only has, like, what, 8? We should win pretty easily. So there's the Lynx, which I beat the crap out of. There's the Delphinus. And there's Vigoro's ship. Yeah. That's Vigoro's ship. Okay, so we gotta get the Delphinus back. And Mirage is at the head of it. He even put his own flag up, the jerk. We're gonna have to beat the Everling crap out of him. He's gonna be able to kill Prince Daigo, supposedly. Oh god, the expression on his face. Quick, quick, skip it, skip it. God, it's frightening. And Beliza doesn't want to have to fight us, but it's going to happen. For Valuan Lord Galcian, she must. What was all that without the whole bloodshed thing, Beliza? You kind of give up on that all the time.
Go.
So apparently we're going to field the power of the Valuan Armada, and they're going to fire at Will. Poor Will. He always gets the short of the stick every time this happens. Okay, they have a decent amount of ships, and there's a lot of firepower there. And they're kind of hitting a lot, but we're taking some out too, and god damn, Vigoro has a big gun on that thing. Well, we got one of theirs. Well, this looks like a very one-sided battle, to be honest. We're the only one who's taken a kill. The battle's even, we're more maneuverable, but can't seem to break their lines. Keep an eye out for the ship, it's gotta be somewhere. We find the Delphinus, we're gonna take it back air pirate style, which typically means throwing Aka overboard and letting her land on her face. Oddly enough, there's somebody in Mount Kazai. Apparently the Tanko is swarming all around the Valuans, but the Armada is holding their position. We seem to be at a stalemate. Kangan, what the hell are you doing? It is time for them to join the battle. Oh, no. He's not going to. Oh, boy. Bad things are likely going to happen here. So they're still trying to. They can't break the lines, and their ships are taking some serious damage. Daigo doesn't seem all that worried. He doesn't think they can take much more. They're going to signal the treat. Today, Blue has won, but just today. And a ship fitting the description of the Captain Vice's ship is headed our way. Captain Vice. Damn right. Are you sure? Yep, it's the Delphinus. Quick, jump on it. If Daigo can get us close, we can take it back and win this thing. They're air pirates. They do this stuff all the time. All we got to do is get them close. Daigo's just cracking up. Oh, okay. We can do this. And off they jump. We're going to have to jump to the deck. And so here's Vice's response. Here, let me help you. Off they go. Aka just kicks Enrique over. Enrique gets to land on his face this time. Aka actually gets to land upright. But, you know, someone has to land on their face, and it can't be Fina. So we get to fight these goons. Pretty easy fight. It's like, this is nothing. There is no fight here. Do notice there is damage to my ship, and I am really pissed off about that. Okay, boys, let's go get them. Now, these guys can be a bit of a pain in the ass, and actually, this fight, more than anything, is here to give you an idea of just what these fighters can do, so we're going to have to fight a couple more of them before the battle ends. And there's even a bounty where we got to fight guys that are kind of similar to these. They do have the counter stance, which is very similar to how Vice's, there is the spear pupil. It's very similar to how Vice's skull shield works. If you attack, they attack back. Luckily, they do take damage. We've even seen counter stance before, so it's no big deal. But we're going to be able to kill these guys pretty easily. The only thing they do, which is really obnoxious, is they whittle you down a little bit, you know? And we don't want to see any of that nonsense. That's not cool. Luckily, Rain of Swords will do a fair amount of damage, and hopefully Wind Slash is an I believe it's a cone-shaped AoE. Hopefully Lambda Burst will take them out. Almost. Okay. And then the other two should be able to kill them. Here comes the Cupel Spear, which looks more like a Cupel Comet, to be honest. But, hey, all the power to you. Get an attack off of this guy. It's cool. We're just going to need to heal before we continue in. And this guy can go down. Bye-bye.
Is it over already?
Not so bad, right? Yes, yes, yes. Blah, blah, blah. Experience, magic gain. If you'll notice, we do have 3 people with Incremus now, and 2 with Sakurulin. So we're doing not badly. Let's go ahead and heal up. I end up using a lot of heals, but that's, it's fine. That's the way I've got it designed. So we have the items, so I don't have to heal in battle with magic. And then outside of battle, I can heal with magic. It's kind of the opposite of what you normally do, really. But, using magic in battle. God, you dented my ship, you dicks. I can't go this way because it's battened down. They blocked the door. And Vice is just pissed. Who does he think owns this ship anyways? Well, right now it's Miraji. We're going to fix that problem. Another quick battle. Okay, now that we have fought through the Valuan soldiers and fought through the Yafu Toman soldiers, it is time for us to actually get to the real meat of the fight. It's time to fight Miraji. And he seems a little bit scared. Yes, you look extremely afraid of us. Go ahead and hide behind your guys, and Enrique's just sitting here. He looks a little bit pissed. And he's going to fight for the honor of Princess Moeki and for the people of Yafu Toma. And we gotta remember to, if possible, let Enrique kill this bastard. So this one's actually treated like a boss fight. It isn't. That's really all I can say. This is not a boss fight. This is a boss slaughter. This guy is easy. So he has his normal self. I mean, he has himself, and he has all of his guards. And we just beat 4 of his guards outside. So you know exactly how difficult these guys are very likely to be. We slaughtered them. It was easy. Moegi himself could be a problem, but he's more of a mage than anything, if I remember correctly. He's a little bit of a magic caster, so we shouldn't expect anything out of him. We're just going to Glyph of Might to stop any damage that we may have to deal with, and then I'm just going to Prophecy, and we're going to go with that. I may... Well, no, because we talked about Prophecy earlier. See, here's the thing. Here's the question. Do I want to Prophecy and deal AoE damage, basically equivalent damage to everybody, or do I want to use Pirate's Wrath and kill this guy as fast as possible? That's the real question. It's a really good question, too. Luckily, there's no big thing going on here. Miraji's got some magic, but that's about it. He's got no real damage in and of himself, and his guys don't really have damage either. They're kind of wimps. So the question here is... do I care? Not really. So we're just going to focus up. We'll use Prophecy. Prophecy will most assuredly kill his troops. And then we'll work from there. I am going to want to get Fina healed up, though. You might be able to hear that the You Are Losing music just went up, which is typically pretty bad. It's really going to matter exactly. I think all 3 of the soldiers have already taken their turns. The question is, what is Miraji going to do now? Unfortunately, I do. He's going to use Ink Room. Okay. I don't think we're going to be able to get enough focus this coming turn to cast Prophecy. We're going to see. No, just off. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're just going to attack the standard units. I think I'll toss a quick up, too. We're going to let Fina Sakurulin herself. That'll be fine. Counter stance. Counter stance. Hopefully this will be... Oh, it's a counter stance soldier. Oh, well. This is the other problem I have with Prophecy. Is that I just lost a turn, maybe even 2 turns, kind of setting up for this. And then now I have this turn that I can't really use I can't use any SP to do anything, to be completely honest, because if I do, I won't be able to cast Prophecy next turn. But it's a turn where I can't really do anything important, so I kind of just lose this turn. Just kind of obnoxious. But, should be fine. Darn, didn't even kill that guy. Oh well. Okay. And he's gonna use Quicka. That's fine. You're all gonna die anyways. Okay. One thing I wish we could do is... Okay, so... Prophecy. So, again, this is turn 4, kind of as usual. One thing I wish you could do is kind of set it up so that way you can use SP the turn it's generated. Say I need just 4 more SP in order to actually use Prophecy. I wish I could, like, focus 2 of the guys and now have Prophecy I could use. Or let's say I have 10 SP and I need 21 in order to use, Pirate's Wrath. I wish I could have 3 of them focus, and then, it would update my focus, and everybody just died. Okay, well, there you go. And update my focus, and then knowing that I will have 21 focus at the end of the turn, then have Vice use Pirate's Wrath. Unfortunately, it doesn't work that way. Well, unfortunately, I did not have a chance to let Enrique spit Mirage on his sword, but he'll have his last laugh anyways. And Mirage is extremely feared. Enrique is just... Enrique is going to give back our ship. You can't stop me from taking my ship. There's nothing you can do about this. Enrique said he's too pitiful to run him through, but he's going to pay for all of his treachery. Oh, there's good ways to do that. Okay, so we got the Delphins back, and now it's time to even the odds. The problem is, we have about 17 minutes left in this episode, and I have 2 different ship-to-ship battles to do. The first is going to be against Vigoro, who has his ship, the Draco. It's a big-ass gun. There's something about the discussed Seika. She knows exactly who it belongs to, and Enrique decides to let us know that it's the Draco, it's Vigoro's ship, and all of a sudden Eiko understands, trying to compensate. Okay, so we have to defeat Belez and Vigoro, and if we can take out their ships, the rest of them will fall. So it's basically the Delphinus against, Beleza and Vigoro. Yeah. Okay. So we're just gonna wait. Vigoro decides to taunt that his cannon's bigger than ours. Vigoro, you haven't seen my Moonstone cannon, have you? Do notice how this is set up. Okay, we're actually going to use, I think it's Marco? Marco. So the way how this is gonna work, he gets to use his Draco cannon twice every turn. I get to use my Moonstone cannon twice every turn, except I can't, because I can only use it once per turn. So he's got this set up so he can do a lot of damage, and he will just Draco cannon me over and over and over. Look, it's a big shell. And he's just going to blast me with it. So he's going to do this a lot, and I will take pretty massive damage off of it every time it hits. On the other hand, so it does like 11,000 damage. But I have to fight him back, and the problem is I have to have enough SP in order to fire the Moonstone cannon, which is not exactly the easiest thing in the world. So we got to build that up. Now, I'm building up SP as fast as I can. At the end of the turn, I'm going to use Marco, and Marco's active use ability is to double the SP that you have available to you. It's not the most amazingly useful ability for the most part, but if you use it at the very beginning of battle, after doing a lot of focus, it will give you a lot of SP very, very quickly. And if your only job is to do a lot of damage as fast as humanly possible, then it's a very useful ability. Okay, so Draco should... Okay, there's the hit. He may only be able to use his Draco cannon once per turn. I thought he got to use it twice per turn. But... Okay, so that's going to get us up to 40 SP by the end of this turn, and then we're going to gain our per turn SP. Nope, here comes the Draco cannon. He's going to get hit. We're going to get our additional, 16 SP for the next turn. Face-to-face confrontation. This is how real men should fight. Okay, so I have 48 SP. This will allow me to cast Incremis on this turn. S-Cannon. Focus. Focus. And that's basically how I'm going to do it. Incremis would give me the increased damage for 4 turns plus the increased defense. So it means I'm going to be having the most possible damage output over the course of the next 4 turns. And because of the way I have it set up, I should actually have the SP to use Moonstone Cannon basically every single turn for the next 4 turns. And I'll probably heal up on the next turn, to be honest. So we're just going to wait casually. Gain some SP. We're only at 36 out of 67, so we have a lot of room. This is a fight that you could, use something else in it, but there's kind of no point. Okay, so here comes our Moonstone Cannon. My gun may not be as thick as yours, but it's longer. And it has more power behind it. I could pierce your entire Armada on this thing. And you can take 25,000 damage. Not exactly the toughest fight in the world, to be honest with you. And what I'll do, he's going to hit me with the Draco Cannon at least twice more. It's going to be a close run thing. This is a lot of damage that he's dealing to me. I'm not actually sure where my HP is right now. I'll be honest, I'm actually a little bit concerned. Because I haven't been tracking my HP very closely. Okay, so we have probably 20,000 HP left. It's only enough for 2 more Draco Cannons. But what I can do is I can start off the next turn with a Sack Rulin and then fire another Moonstone Cannon and he's gone. This is not meant to be a very tough fight. But they do want to have you go against Vigoro in a ship-to-ship battle. So we definitely have the SP to fire off the Moonstone Cannon again. Vigoro knew that the Doubleness was powerful, but that thing is very, very strong. That's absolutely true. And then we get a close-up on his gun, but that will make his victory all the sweeter, and he'll prove that he's the strongest man in the world, which, no. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to Moonstone Cannon on that turn. We're going to Sack Rulin on this turn. And we're going to Sack Rulin here, too. And this will make sure that I have the most possible HP by the end of this fight. Because he's gonna be able to, I Sack Rulin first because I have the better quick. Now he's going to go ahead and he's going to fire on me with the Draco Cannon. Pain in the ass. So he's going to deal more damage, but I want to make sure that I leave this fight with as much HP as possible. Because I'm basically going to be going immediately into another ship-to-ship battle. So we'll just Sack Rulin again. I didn't need the SP, and I should be able to either kill him on this turn or on the very, first to second move of the next round. Hopefully it'll be this round. I would really appreciate it if it was this round. So heal up. Now we're back to full health. And that's the thing about magic in this game. Sack Rulin gives you full health, so as long as you have a chance to Sack Rulin, you're really never going to have a problem with, getting killed that easily, unless they do something just huge. Ship-to-ship battles are not all that big. That said, earlier, I did die to, wow. Oh, he got a resist off. Either we critted the last time, or he got a resist this time. I'm not sure which. But, I did lose to the Chameleon once, and that was partially from not getting my heals off fast enough, and partially because I didn't have Sack Rulin at that point. And Sack Rulin would have gotten me, a lot better heals and allowed me to get all the way up to full faster. Okay. So now it's time to kill him. So we're just going to go ahead and drop just all the damage. Drop all the damage. And that'll be it. That's about it. That's all we need. Yamato Spirit does 10,000 damage by itself. It's a really powerful cannon. Notice that we didn't destroy the Draco. He's not going to... Why does that thing have iron sights? Is that honestly how they aim it, down those iron sights? Okay, so we got a Captain Stripe. But, yeah. He doesn't go down. He just, lists a little to the side, which is an indication that, hi, you beat him. Vigoro is stunned. He can't believe it, that we survived his Vigoro cannon. And he calls to Beleza for help. Here she comes. She's gonna fight me, even though I beat her when I had a smaller ship. So I don't know what she thinks she could do against me now. But as an admiral in the Blue and Armada, she shall defeat me. With the ship that she can no way. Why is everything blue? But yeah, she can't beat me. I beat her in the Little Jack, of all things. She had a Gigas fighting me, and I beat her. What does she think she's going to be able to do against my ship now? Off to the side, all of a sudden we see a lot of blue light coming out of Mount Kazai. It couldn't possibly be. They couldn't be this stupid, could they? But yes, they are. They activated the blue Gigas, and Conga Line, whatever his name is, Kangan, decides that he's going to be a dick. Soon he shall be rid of both the Westerners and the Tanko all in one go. Blow them out of the sky. And Blue Heim is going to use his signature ability, Blue Winds, which knocks everybody out of position. That's the entire idea behind this thing. all of a sudden they notice that it's the Blueheim they should be fighting, not the Westerners. And there it goes. Now, way back when here's Blue Winds, by the way. Way back when we were in Sailor's Island, I think if you look closely, there's only one scene you get to see it when you're talking to Drachma, way back when he's in the bar in Sailor's Island. But I believe there's a picture on the back wall that actually shows Blueheim. This is the Blue Wind. Everybody are being sent out. Ships are going upside down. They're crashing into each other. And Beleza decides that all ships have to retreat, which is intelligent. But we may be able to take them on with the Delphinus because we have a really strong ship. We don't have much choice, and let's go. Let's fight. See, what I don't understand about this is we have seen what happens when you attack the controller of a Gigas and take them down. It was even commented upon that if you kill the controller, the Gigas just stops. It was different when we were fighting Grendel because the controller was knocked out, not killed. Why aren't we fighting Kongan? This thing's going to attack with wind and wave attacks, and we don't have much time to think of a plan, so we'll just have to look for a weakness as we fight it. And here comes the roar. And there it goes. Okay. So it's time to fight Blueheim. Blueheim is a really tough opponent. And he's meant to be. He has everything that the Yafutoman ships can do. He can go really high, he can go really low, he likes to dodge your attacks, and he has a lot of damage. Now, the lucky thing is that even though he has a lot of damage, it's mostly if he lands everything all at once. These look like really big attacks. And I'll be fair, they are very big attacks, but they don't do all that much damage from one go. Phoenix Ray should only do about 3,000 damage. 6,000. Okay, he did more than I thought he did. I might not have I don't really have up-to-date defenses, unfortunately. But, he's not that huge. The problem is if he lands all of his attacks at once. He can do a lot of attacks at once. So we've got to take him down as fast as humanly possible and then keep our health up, too. And the thing is, this is the start of the really hard ship-to-ship battles. This is when things get difficult because they're going to start doing intelligent things. They'll defend when we're going to attack. They'll try to go for evasive maneuvers. They'll try to mess with us. And they'll do as much damage as they can all of a sudden. So we have to be a little bit more intelligent. And they also have a crap ton of health. Now he's going to use Blue Lightning again. Oh no, this is a different one. It's like his mortar launcher. Should do about the same amount of damage the last one did. 3,000, there it is. Well, 3,700, so 4,000 altogether. But not quite as much. We can keep ourselves healed. Like, it's not a problem. The only thing about it is that while we can keep ourselves healed, look how little damage that did. This guy has probably like 100,000 health. Vice can't believe how fast he is. He never thought someone so big could move so fast. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to Incremus up. We want to hit this thing with a Yamato Spirit. And then we want to use Marco. Oh, no, we don't want to use Marco now. Because we're not going to have enough. Okay, that's what we're going to do. Focus. You're going to use Sakurulin here. Focus. Use Marco. And I will use Incremus on the next turn. We're going to heal up anyways, so having defense on this... having the increased 25% defense in this turn is not all that important. It's more important to get as much SP as possible, because next turn we'll be able to do a lot of damage to this thing. Now, there is a downside to using the Moonstone Cannon, which we'll talk about soon. But for now, we're just going to focus. We're going to get as much SP as possible, and we're going to see what we can do to this guy. We're going to do more Blue Lightning. Should do more comparable damage, probably around 4,000. Somewhere around there. 4,600. So, fair amount of damage. That's why I made sure to get Sakurulin up. That's why I was trying to prioritize that Sakurulin, because we really need to get that up. Basically, more than anything. So we can do basically as much damage as he wants to me. I'm still going to get all of my health back by the end of the turn. And that's why I kind of prioritized Sakurulin as early as I could. Prioritize green spells, because you kind of want them for the ship-to-ship battles more than you want them for standard stuff. But there's 28,000 health right on back to us, and we're good to go. He might get another attack off. And Marco will double our SP. The other way I could have done this was to save up as much SP as possible. Next turn, used Moonstone Cannon at the and then used Marco at the very, very end of the turn. I probably would have ended up with more SP that way, but, oh well. Okay, so we're going to hit him with basically all we got. And we're going to see where that leaves us. Okay, you know what? We're not going to do that, because I remembered how bad of an idea that is. So this is what we're going to do. I'm going to hit him with the Yamato Spirit here. And we're going to fire off a Serpent Torpedo to go there, and we're going to wait. And I've got a reason for it. Got a very good reason for it, too. This guy will use Blue Winds on us, and he's probably going to use it on this turn. And the way this works is that any turn he uses Blue Winds, if I'm trying to use the Moonstone Cannon, I will get knocked off course because I can't focus as much on my engines as I do on my actual fighting. You can kind of see these whenever you have this turn to do two Moonstone Cannons. But if you do it on the next turn, you're supposed to be able to, not bad, 9,000 damage. If you do it on your next turn, you should be able to have enough time, or you should be able to not be knocked off course. We're going to see if I got it right, because I usually screw up the Blueheim fight. I usually screw up his weakness. Just going to keep on doing damage to him. And we'll see what happens. So he should use Blue Winds on this turn, I think. So we're just going to focus up. We're going to get some of our SP back, and then he should start using Blue Winds right about now. Come on, Blueheim. There he goes. Okay, so Blue Winds. So he's going to try to knock us off course here. But hopefully, because I didn't use Moonstone Cannon, he should not be able to actually screw with me. I think. So even to the end of... Let's see what happens. So it's very little damage, only 2,000 damage. And what's the result? So, one incredible blast of wind, it's blows completely off course. Watch out, he's preparing its next attack. It's supposed to be a strategy, using that burst of wind to push its enemy out of position for its next attack. So I screwed it up. Oh well. So notice that there's a bunch of red turns. Unfortunately, I screwed up the strategy. Hopefully we'll end up getting some more damage on it. But I'm gonna have to remember what it is. Maybe it's you do the second Moonstone Cannon out of the turn instead of the first. I can't remember. Honestly, can't remember. We'll get another chance to use the Moonstone Cannon. Until then, we're just going to go ahead and use our normal Yamato cannons. They do plenty of damage. They really do. You've seen, I've done 10,000 damage every time I've actually landed one. So I'm not too concerned about that. Did I hit with my missile? Or did I miss with my missile? So we'll just keep on taking evasive action. We'll take less damage. And I'm in no real... I'm not in any real danger right now. He can do all these attacks he wants. I'll just keep healing. So I'm not really worried. So we're going to wait patiently. Come on, you. Let me go. Or at least speed up the animation. Something like that, you know? Let's see if we can actually hit him. Okay, we got a good 8,000 damage on him. So we're up to almost 30,000 damage, honestly. Hopefully I'll be able to hit the next one. He might be going too high. I'm not sure. It's kind of weird on when I can hit him, when I can't. Yep, he's way too far out. Unfortunately, there's no way to really track this. There's no way to really plan ahead. Okay, Blueheim, let's go. Let's do this. Let's do this battle. Stop doing your weird, like, get away from me thing. Okay, so next turn I should have a chance to use the Moonstone Cannon again. So we're just going to toss some Yamato Spirits in again, and focus on the other turns. That's going to be it. That's all we're going to bother with. Just patiently waiting for my turns to end. We will get a Moonstone Cannon next turn, and that Moonstone Cannon should be fine. Hopefully. It may be that it's scripted that you have to take, or you have to be blue-winded. I don't know. We're going to find out. Next turn should be fine, though. Okay. Use a couple cannon shots. Can I get a shot in? Nope, missed. That's a shame. But all that's costing me is SP, and I have plenty of that anyways. So it's not... It's not a grand old deal. It's not something I have to worry incredibly about. It's just obnoxious. This one should hit. Yep. Only 5,000 damage? What's this nonsense? I mean, that gets me to about 33,000 damage, sure, but I should have... Oh, he evaded. Okay. That explains it. Okay. Get some more SP back. And that should be the last action of the round. What's he going to do? He's probably going to attack. This was a yellow round. So we'll take a little bit more damage off the blue lightning. His mortar strike. But that is cool. Really, really wish that I had actually used the Moonstone Cannon on that first round. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to pop a Moonstone Cannon. We're going to drop a Yamato Spirit. You're going to sack Rulin at the end of the round, and Enrique is going to focus up. And that should give us plenty of damage this round. I expect probably about 40,000 damage all told. I completely forgot to... Oh, nice. We got a full attack off of that. Beautiful. I forgot to Incremus up, didn't I? I think that I did. Damn. Could have done so much more damage. Okay, that's cool. He's got a Phoenix Ray. And then we have another Moonstone Cannon shot in the next turn. Depending on how much damage I do this turn, we should be able to do a lot of stuff here. Should be good. Woohoo! Boom. Another 7,000 damage. It's very lucky that I'm actually going to do a Sacrolin at the end of this turn. Otherwise, we could have had a lot of problems. Okay, so here's the Moonstone Cannon. Notice where the camera put him. He was way high up. So this is like threading a needle here. Like, you hit him just in time. Like, charged up and hit him. If you ever played a game where you have to do a charge-up attack, that's not necessarily easy. 25,000 damage, though. And if that had Incremus on it, we've had another probably 25% damage on top of that. So that could have been a 31,000 damage attack or something to the effect of that. Shame I didn't have that set up. Oh well. We'll heal ourselves up and we'll be good to go. And I should still have plenty of SP for next turn. And I hopefully will be able to finish this next turn, if I do it right. So let's see. Come on. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to S-Cannon there. Is there any ability that I'm interested in? Chance of hits. Kirala will increase these ships to full. Cannon fire. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and use Domingo, because he'll give us a critical hit chance. We use some Yamato Spirit here, Yamato Spirit here. And hopefully, that will give us... That will just let us kill this guy. It's not very often that I use active crew commands. But if they work well, I am, all for it. I just have to hope. Some more blue lightning should do some more damage to me. But hopefully I'm going to be able to kill this guy this turn. Which would... I would be so pleased if I could pull that off. You have no idea. Okay, come on. Okay, here comes his Phoenix Ray, so... 10,000 damage taken. It's a fair amount of damage. I'm not worried about it. It's a fair amount of damage. Ow, ow, ow. You gotta think, who's the... what engineers can have to repair this thing? And are they just gonna sit there looking at this going, what the hell did you do? Did you pick a fight with a tornado or something? And we can just sit there going, yes, we did. Yamato Spirit, only 6650, so we didn't get a crit on that, unfortunately. But we're lowering his health low enough that hopefully we will be able to kill him when the Moonstone Cannon actually hits. So he's preparing for blue winds. Here comes another Yamato Spirit for another 6,000. And hopefully this is going to take him out. And if it's not, hopefully it will stop blue winds from knocking us off course. I'm kind of amazed that worked out so perfectly. Out comes the Moonstone Cannon. And this should give us 25,000 damage or so. Hopefully. Damn! He just squeaked by. I mean, he was so close. Okay, well, we're going to see if that stopped him from knocking us off course or if we did it wrong. We're going to see what happens. Bah! Humbug. It may be that I have to do it the turn before. Like, I have to do it the turn before he does it to deal massive damage to him. We're going to see how this ends. All I have to do is I have to land one attack. Any attack. It doesn't matter what I land on him. We had been blown off course again. Why don't we try going into a defensive posture before it attacks? We could, or we can just shoot it. I prefer the just shoot it strategy. Someone just hit it. No, it's behind us. Of course it's behind us. Just shoot it. And it's going to be too far out for this one. This is really obnoxious. Really, really obnoxious. This is making this episode take far too long. I mean, we did have a lot of boss battles to take care of all at once, but this is making this take way too long. Another 10,000 damage there. Luckily, we have a lot of health. I can say that. Luckily, we have a lot of health. And he's not in range for the 5-foot cannons. So, once again, that's all the SP from that turn is completely lost. Because there was no way to hit it. And so he basically gets a free round to do all this damage to me. There's nothing else to do. Little bit obnoxious. I need to hit him. I can't. I got nothing. Well, hopefully next turn. Yeah, hopefully. He's got like 80 health left. Like, you could flick him with a... You could shoot a, like, spitball gun at him, and you could knock him out of the sky. Well, we'll have SP. That's all I can say. We'll have SP next turn. If only it was a Moonstone Cannon turn. And he's preparing for his attack. Okay, so he should be in front of us. Or now he's behind us. How the hell did he do that? Okay. Auto Spirit. Auto Spirit. Kirala. Heal. Kirala will heal us in full. And all we have to do is hit him once. Just once. Only once. Come on. Hit him. This is not that hard. Oh, this is so bad. It's one of the broken things about these Skies of Arcadia air fights is this whole lost thing you have to deal with. Hit him. Shoot him. Thank you. That's all we needed. That is all we needed. And we have now destroyed Blueheim. That was the end of the fight. That right there. We're done. We're done. And Blueheim just kind of falls out of the sky and crashes onto the side of Mount Kazai. Okay, guys. That's it for me. When I catch you guys next time, we'll be moving on somewhere. I don't know. I'll see you guys next time.